Hey everybody, it's William Green and this is My Green Pets. And instead of our typical orchid collection update, this week I'm going to show you guys something that's been recording for the past 4 months. And what that is a time lapse of the entire collection. Specifically, this Phragmipedium grande that you see on your screen here. When I first saw that it was coming into spike, I decided I wanted to do a full time lapse of the entire cycle, from the thing just sheathing and bud and spike growing out, to the bud opening, to the buds flowers falling off. So I wanted the whole thing on time lapse. And what I used to do this was an iPad with the built-in time lapse feature. The resolution is not great. But it's still very telling to see how the plants move. Also another thing is that I have the plants on a light cycle, so that when the lights went out, there was just a green LED bulb in the grow room. So the entire video is green, white, green, white, green, white, green, white, blink, 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 blink the whole time. That's my mistake. I was just experimenting. I don't know how to do a time lapse without keeping the plants in 24-hour light, and I'm under the impression that keeping them under 24-hour light is not a good thing. Anyway, without further ado, this is my Phragmipedium grande and the rest of my orchid collection over a period of 4 months, starting from December until end of March, beginning of April. So this part starts with just this sheath coming up. I just kind of noticed it, and I noticed it was feeling kind of fat in there, and sure enough, here comes the bud. This part actually took a lot longer than I expected it to, but once it started pushing out, the bud, the spike, was very mobile. You can see, here we go, back and forth, reaching up, reaching away, stretching, bending. Really kind of entertaining to see it now. You don't realize it when the thing is growing, but there's so much movement happening. So we've got the first bract done. Now we've got the second bract coming out. Now I've changed the camera angle so that you can see Bulbophyllum medusae over here. You can see my Momodia jumbo world over here, and you can see my this is Hal, the Bulbophyllum echinolabium blooming. There he is over there. Yeah, he's got 2 more flowers here. He's going to be blooming intermittently throughout the whole video. There's another one. And then here's the frag, still reaching, reaching, reaching. And then this is a really great scene, because this Bulbophyllum and the Phragmipedium and this little Bulbophyllum down here and these Oncidium spikes here, you can see, they all are growing and blooming at the same time. It's really nice. Unfortunately, the iPad, I had the frame turned vertically instead of horizontally, so there's a lot of things that I have got to learn about this, but anyway, it's been really, really cool to see the results of 4 months of growth. You know, orchids grow so slowly that we don't really notice them, but when we look at how they grow, they're almost like animals. Look at this. Here's the Oncidium spike pushing out. Look at it worming its way. Look, it's literally like a worm. There's Hal again blooming. So much going on, so much motion, so much action. And what's cool is that after you watch this, you kind of get a feeling for how the plants move. Look at this thing. Back and forth, back and forth. Here's another one wiggling over here. That's crazy, and that's what growing all the branches and buds. And here's a big close-up for Hal, right when the Oncidium is blooming. That was a huge mistake. But anyway, so it's all bloomed out. There's still a few over here we can see bloom. These are the individual ones popping open. Yeah, but that's it. 4 months growth. We're going to move on now to the recommendations part of the video. Hey everybody, so I decided last week that I was going to start to do recommendations and promote other things that I thought were interesting at the end of every video. So last week I kind of did two random things. This week I'm going to do one. I think from now I'm going to do one orchid related thing or plant related thing, and then one non-plant related thing. So we'll see how that goes. So the non-plant related thing this week is a channel on YouTube called Lucas the Spider. If you haven't seen Lucas the Spider, you really need to go to Lucas the Spider and look, because the videos, they're only about 20 to 30 seconds long. Well, here's a 3.5 minute one. Oh, wait a minute. No, that's not theirs. Lucas the Spider videos are only 30 seconds, 20, 30 seconds long. But here's the thing. With only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 20-second videos, this dude has racked up almost 2 million subscribers. Almost 2 million subscribers. That's how good Lucas the Spider is. I don't need to say anything else. Have a look. I think you're going to like it. Alright, the second recommendation for this week, the plant-related one, is this guy, Mike Kincaid. And his channel is on fire. He is so enthusiastic, energetic. He and his family have, I think, a 10-acre piece of land in the Pacific Northwest, so near Seattle, Washington. And they've made their own nursery here. And so he gets so excited about propagation and making more and getting this variety and getting that variety. And he specializes in what he calls rhodies, which I think is really funny. Rhododendrons. So, yeah, I definitely think you should check Mike out. His videos are very interesting, and his energy is just infectious. So check that out too. Well, once again, that's it for this week, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm William Green, and these are my green pets. See you next time.